Your line, it's the connection between you and the fish. Let's talk about them. Welcome back to the Googan Lab. There are three main types of line in bass fishing. You have monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided line. So in this video, we're just gonna talk about why you would use certain ones and what are the properties. So let's start with monofilament. Mono is a good, low-cost line that's gonna allow you to do a lot of things in bass fishing. There's a lot of stretch to monofilament. It also has a floating property, which is excellent if you're trying to use top waters or if you want to make any crankbait or any other bait ride a little bit higher in the water column, more so than fluorocarbon. So really, it's just a good way to get in the door using line, cheap, and it does have less memory than fluorocarbon, but it wears out much quicker. So you'll have to change out monofilament a lot more often than you will fluorocarbon and braid. A fluorocarbon, it's a little pricier. It is more dense than monofilament, so it will sink. This makes it excellent for fishing soft plastics, all sorts of weightless baits. It's abrasion resistant, more abrasion resistant, much more than mono, so fishing around cover, things like that. It is lower stretch than monofilament, so if you're fishing crankbaits or something, you want to get them down deeper, you want less stretch. It's just a fantastic line that has so many great properties. The only things that really hold this back are the high memory. Fluorocarbon tends to have a higher memory than the other lines, so a little bit more difficult to cast, but everything else just makes it a really good line. And then we have braid, which braid is the lowest stretch out of all of these. It's virtually no stretch at all. So when you're trying to fish a Texas rig or a jig or something in heavy cover and you have to get the fish out, you need immediate action on that fish. This is what you're gonna want. It also floats. So you can use this on top waters or anything you want to, be high in the water column. Just thick cover, low stretch. The only thing is, abrasive resistance, it's pretty good, but if you're fishing around really, really nasty stuff, sometimes fluorocarbon could be a little bit better, but braid is what we consider a super line. You can really do a ton with it. And as long as the fish are not put off by the visibility, that's really its worst property. You can see this plain as day in the water, but you get so many other great abilities with braid. Another fantastic property with braid is the amount of time you can leave it on a spool. There are some reels that I have braid spooled on there one time for the whole year. It is that resilient. So, it costs more than the other lines, but you can leave it on there for a really, really long time. So that is the three main lines you're gonna deal with in bass fishing. You can kind of experiment with these, see what is best for the situation you're going after, and make sure to check out all of our other videos explaining this type of stuff and other awesome tips right here at the Googan Lab.